What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'd like to discuss a recent update with HUMBL that came out on January 24th. And I feel like my channel has been pretty static for a while in terms of growth lately. So if you guys wouldn't mind dropping a like and subscribing, I'd greatly appreciate it, as I don't want you to think that it goes unnoticed. And even if you don't want to subscribe to me, it's all good. And I'd at least appreciate a like, as I'd really like to push this video out to more people who would potentially be interested in what I have to say regarding HUMBL. But before I give the update, I'd like to share with you guys some really important and honest information about HUMBL, as well as some of my thoughts around the stock and small caps in general right now. So HUMBL is a stock that has no doubt been completely decimated. And while I'm sure there can be cases made as to whether or not this stock deserves to be this low, there's no doubt that HUMBL hasn't been the only stock that's been completely destroyed. Low cap stocks have had a rough last year. Immersion is down over 60%, Foresight Autonomous is down over 80%, Bionanogenomics is down about 80%, and of course we have HUMBL, down about 30% on the year. However, I'm pretty sure most people who have gotten into this stock have seen much larger losses than 30%, myself included. And remember, whether you love or hate HUMBL stock, at the end of the day, my job isn't to convince you to buy or sell this stock. You need to do your own due diligence on this company before making that decision yourself. And personally, this is a stock that I've been following since it was a SPAC, trading under the ticker TSNP. And yes, I do still love HUMBL as a company, which is why I haven't sold a single share. You see, this is sort of my thinking around stocks like this. Part of my portfolio is allocated towards riskier stocks, like HUMBL. So I think it's fair to expect a lot of volatility with these lower cap stocks that don't have the same financials as, say, Apple does. And just to be blunt, if you're legit having anxiety over your HUMBL position, you more than likely have too much money invested in this stock. And speaking of financials, I understand that there are a lot of things to consider when looking at a balance sheet, but in my opinion, one of the quickest and easiest ways to judge a company's financials is to look at what's known as a current ratio, which is simply just the total number of assets a company has divided by their current liabilities. And what this will do is yield you a number. And generally, what we want to see out of a financially healthy company is a number that's around 2 to 3 or greater. The higher the number, the healthier the company. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you guys. In HUMBL's case, as of September 2021, their current assets total 3.32 million, while their current liabilities total 6.09 million, which I'm not going to lie, gives us a pretty disappointingly low asset to liability ratio of 0.54. And despite all that's been going on in the world, I think one of the main factors of HUMBL dropping so much, even if we take out the fact that stocks as a whole haven't been doing too well lately, is that their liabilities have been piling up and they haven't been able to turn a profit yet. Simply put, from a purely financial standpoint, HUMBL's numbers are weak. However, I don't want this video to be a downer, as I believe that while financials are definitely important, when you're taking risks in the market with these smaller companies, I honestly think it's okay to forelook financials for a while, as when a company is still young, it's expected they're not going to be profitable right away and will more than likely have some debt as they build up their team and their line of products. So if anyone's curious on my HUMBL position, I definitely haven't sold any shares, and I plan on riding this one out for a long time, as I really do believe in the future of this company. But with that said, let's get into the update. Blocks now available inside HUMBL Pay mobile wallet. So for anyone who follows HUMBL, I think we all knew this was coming sooner or later. All Blocks is a tokenization standard on the Ethereum network that allows for token trades and interactions, and it also helps to assist with the removal of any ambiguity around decimals and minting, basically cleaning up the whole process. And Blocks is actually available for open source development of consumer, corporate, and government blockchain applications. And what this basically tells me is that the real-world applications of Blocks can be in just about any areas that involve money. So whether that's payment processing, ticketing, or real estate, it can be applied to just about anything in the form of a module that integrates with the blockchain network. And of course, if we look at where this blocks integration was added in the context of HUMBL, it was added to the HUMBL Pay wallet, which makes perfect sense, as their wallet allows for the buying of crypto as well as gasless peer-to-peer transactions on all of their digital assets that they offer. And as of now, HUMBL Pay customers can now buy blocks using their recently implemented ACH feature, as well as directly through credit and debit cards inside the HUMBL ecosystem. And even though we currently have the ability to do this within HUMBL's ecosystem, HUMBL is also working on the ability for customers to receive blocks from external wallets. So as you can imagine, there's no shortage of progress and updates that can be made with HUMBL, especially as a huge amount of their business relies on the blockchain, which is continuously updating. And here's the latest quote from Brian Foote regarding this update. "We believe we are entering a decade of Web3, blockchain tokenization built on decentralized technologies like blocks. Mobile wallets like HUMBL Pay will be providing ground for the blockchain tokenization of consumer, corporate, and government use cases." Alright, so while this is definitely an exciting update and shows the true progress that HUMBL has been making, it moved the stock only a little bit when it was announced. And in the grand scheme of things, I think what'll really end up moving this stock at the end of the day is when this company can get their finances in a better place. Because while these updates with HUMBL are slow steps in the right direction, it almost means nothing to investors if HUMBL can't turn a profit from all the hard work and time that everyone over there has been putting into their products. However, with that being said, I also think it's important to not lose sight of the long-term vision that HUMBL has. Remember, this is a company that has an insanely huge total addressable market, as the products that they're offering aren't just solely for first world countries. HUMBL is creating a product for the world, with an emphasis on allowing people in third world and developing countries to finally have better access to digital payment processing, crypto, and other digital assets. I'm invested in HUMBL because I love the company and I understand the potential significance that this company can have on the world. However, we're not out of the woods yet. Brian Foote still needs to execute his vision and prove to investors that HUMBL can be a profitable company. And I think with some time, HUMBL will be able to do just that. Just hang in there, guys, and I'll be sure to always keep everyone updated on HUMBL in the future. And with that, I'll close out the video here. Thanks to everyone as always for all the love and support that you guys have been showing lately. Without you, this channel wouldn't be possible. So I greatly appreciate every one of you who watches my videos all the way to the end. Thanks again, and I'll catch you next time.